Afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today will be another day of objectives and goal setting. Now, we all know how important this is to our lives and our everyday rituals and values. Now, we look at those words and those terms, rituals and values, and how important it is to us. Which values and which rituals do we use that are really essential to our lives? You know, everyone has these habits and values, but then what kind of difference does that make to your life? What kind of effective ways can you use that to fulfill goals, you know, to fulfill your objectives, whether they're being on a short-term basis or even on a long-term basis? Now, we have to think what kind of time period you may be using, or what kind of time frame you would like to fulfill this goal, whether it being in a short space. You can be looking at maybe 6 weeks or 2 to 3 months, or it could be on a longer period, maybe 3 to 4 months, or maybe 6. You know, it all depends on the goal. It all depends what you're looking for as an individual. What kind of results do you want? What kind of outcome you're looking for? As long as you're focused, as long as you keep that focus towards your goal, towards your objective, you have no worries on making it, finishing to 100%, and not just 50 or 45 or 75%, and thinking that, okay, yeah, I've made it, yes, it's time to move on to the next task or try to fulfill that next objective. Okay, there's no problem trying to doing 2 or 3 objectives at the same time, but we need to think which one is most important. How are we going to prioritize all of them? For example, if we have maybe 4 key objectives that we are working on for maybe 3 to 4 months, and you've given yourself that time period, now which one is most important at that 4? And you need to think that, okay, maybe there's one that I need to focus, so you're going to put that one to the top. And then the other 3, you're still going to focus on, but not as important as the first one. So now you've arranged all of the objectives, and you've prioritized which ones you're going to focus on. But then you're still working on them at the same time, thinking that, okay, how's it going to work for myself? I've still got other things going on, but you still want to remain focused on all of them, you know, because you want to achieve that 100%. You know, you don't want to just be at 60% with all of them and thinking that, okay, this is fine. And even if you've got maybe 50 or 60% with one, you're still making that gradual step. Because by you making that gradual step, that's still saying to yourself, and that's still seeing that you're slowly progressing. Yes, it doesn't matter what kind of time frame it is, but it matters what kind of effort you put in, what kind of determination you have for that goal. As long as you keep that drive, you keep that focus, then you can make it all the way to 100%, and not thinking that, oh, okay, something's going to block in, or something's going to conflict with my goal and I'm not going to make it, or I'm going to kind of go through some barriers and obstacles. Of course you are. Everyone goes through obstacles and barriers and have to climb mountains for particular goals and objectives, but it's how you do it. It's why you do it as well. And kind of going back onto that, the how and the why. You know, how important is it to you and why you're doing it? Whether it's something long-term and short-term. So if half of them are short-term, you still need to know why you're doing this. And if the other half is long-term, you need to think about how and the why. So the why can be, okay, I want this fulfilling goal because this is something really passionate for me. You know, something that I want to learn. For instance, if it's you learning a new language, you want to put every bit of effort into it because you want to be highly fluent in that language, so you can speak at any time, you can converse with many people that already speak that language. So by you doing that, you're taking that time, you're taking a lot of effort for you to learn every single bit about that language from the basic level all the way to advanced. So then you're at that fluent level, you know, you have that proficiency to speak it to anybody. Now, if it's something else, but then it's still one of those key objectives, and it's still really important, the top list, the top 4, and you need to think, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I trying to stay on this diet plan? So, because you've already got the why, so you've already got the reason, so then you need to conjoin it with the how. So we need to think that, okay, we have the why here, and now we need to think how you're going to do it, how you're going to fulfill that diet plan, you know. You're going to do it on a particular day, or you're going to do it on a certain day where you're going to have this kind of meal here and this kind of exercise here. Now by doing that's still you making that gradual step, you know. That's still making each step and going that bit forward, you know. But if you're not following through, and if you're not remaining focused, and if you're not having that drive that you did from the beginning, you know, everyone can have that drive and everyone can have that focus from the very beginning of your objective, you know, keeping that 100%, keeping that momentum. But if it's slowly going down and slowly trickling down, and you don't really feel that momentum, you don't really feel that 100% motivation that you did, then it may not seem real to you. But then you have to be realistic about it and think, is this real for me? Is this something that I really want to do? And is it really important? But then if you keep that drive, you keep that motivation 100%, or maybe even 1,000%, all the way through, no matter how long it is, as I say, no matter how long, whether it's 3 weeks, 6 weeks, or maybe 3 months. But then this keeping that drive and keeping that motivation is one of the most important things. And being in the right state of mind is also really important as well. Because if we're in a different state of mind and we're thinking that, okay, I want to achieve this one, okay, I want to do that and completing the languages, or whether it's making a new diet or traveling the world, but then you're not in the right state. You're in a different state for something that you've made 3 months ago, but then you've changed your state for something that you've made maybe 2 days ago. And now that's going to alter a lot. That's going to change a lot of your perceptions, and that's going to change a lot of your behavior and attitudes towards what you really want to do, to what is really important to you. Now, by remaining in that same state of mind and remaining with those same mentalities, that's really going to keep that drive, which is most important. But for now, I'm going to finish and I'm going to continue another day. Thank you.